All right, so I'm back. This is Maya at Maya's Math Made Easy. I've got my daughter Janiyah helping me behind the camera today. So what is happening is I've had to switch my camera around so that hopefully the words this time and the numbers are not backwards. So the last time I made my video, I was sharing with you guys that I've been teaching on OutSchool, and I have a class coming up this Friday showing students how to use prime factorization to make multiplying and dividing fractions much easier. So what I showed you guys in the previous video, if you saw that one, I was taking a couple numbers and showing you the difference between factors and prime factors as a way for you to kind of see how I teach. And if you think that your child would benefit from learning from me and my teaching style, I would encourage you to sign them up. I've got a few seats left available for this Friday session. The cost, again, very reasonable, $19, because I'm going to have a small group of kiddos that we're going to learn together how to do this method. So first off, I'm going to show you the difference between factors and prime factors. Now, last time I used the number 12. Today, let's use 18, okay? So we talked about 18 and actually finding out what the factors are, or just what numbers multiply together to give you 18. And so we know that you could do 9 times 2, you could do 1 times 18, and you could do 6 times 3, okay? So then your factors of 18 would basically be these numbers, and usually written least to greatest. Again, remember that's going to be the 1, then 2, then 3, then 6, then 9, and 18. So these would be a list of the factors. Now, we talked last time about prime versus composite. I don't think I used the word composite last time, but basically if it's not a prime number, which again is a number that you can only get by multiplying the number times itself, then it's a composite number. So we said 5 was prime, 3 is an example of a prime number, 2 is a prime number, but then that means every other number that's not prime would be considered composite. So things like 10, 9, 18, because it's got other numbers that you can multiply together to get the answer, other than just the number times 1. All right, so let me again make a little more space here, and let's look at prime factors. Okay, so these are the factors, and for our prime factors we took the number, and again you can pick any of those factors. You could pick anything other than the number times itself. So we said 6 times 3. I like 6 times 3. So 6 times 3 gives you 18. Because 3 is already prime, we can leave it as 3, but we're going to break down the 6 a little more. We know we can make 6 by taking 2 times 3. All right? So now we have a list of our prime factors. Our prime factors are the number 2, a 3, and a 3. So the prime factors for 18 are 2 times 3 times 3. I kind of squeezed it in there at the end. All right, so again, our factors are just a list of the numbers that multiply to give you that particular number, whereas your prime factors are a list of prime numbers that you can multiply together to get that answer back, right? So these, we took 2 times 3 would give you 6. 6 times 3 is 18. That's the way we checked to see if we did it correctly. But notice that doesn't work for just factors. You wouldn't take 1 times 2 times 3 times 6 times 9 times 18 and expect to get 18 back. This is just a list of factors. Now, what I'll be showing in my class, or teaching in my class on OutSchool this Friday, is how to take numbers like these and break them down into their prime factors and use it to make multiplying fractions and dividing fractions much simpler. We may even touch on how to use it to reduce fractions to lowest terms. If you're like a lot of the students that I've worked with, fractions tends to be the point at which math got a little tricky. A lot of people are okay with add and subtract, maybe just whole number multiply and divide, but when you get to fractions, sometimes it gets a little hairy. So having the knowledge to break numbers down into prime factors makes the numbers much easier to work with, and of course it builds your confidence. So again, I'm inviting you guys, you can share this video with other people to let them know that, kind of I'm available to help this summer before school gets in session. And a lot of people are trying to kind of get kids back in the mode of learning, particularly having been out of school so long. Math is one of those subjects that if you don't use it, you do kind of lose it. That if you're not using it on a regular basis, you can forget how to do particular things or how those functions work. So this is just one of the first courses that I'm doing this summer, but I'm going to offer several dealing with different topics. So if you have any suggestions of particular types of math that you would like or that your kids are needing help with, you can post it attached to this video in the comments, and I will create a course or even create a little tip. I'll be making some other small tips like these that I'll just post here on my page. And then I'll offer some more of the in-depth teaching in my other classes. All right. So again, I thank you guys for watching, and I'm so glad I was able to figure out how to get these numbers and letters turned back around so that you can actually see it as I'm working. And I can't wait to make the next video for you. All right. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to have my handy assistant, Janaya, to go ahead and end the video for me. See you later.